see it. That might help. Now, this is an old piece. Got some blue. Really want to do away with too much of that. We're going to put some flowers in this. Put some blue in there. It's going to be kind of hard to see them a little bit. We'll do a red one too. We'll do a little red and purple. Got one up here. Nice dark center spot. Put a little darker in here. And let's go kind of same type of deal. Get that kind of, I don't know, something like that. We'll just do it kind of like that. I'll probably throw one more down here after, maybe. We'll see. Let's rinse our brush, get it nice and clean here. Now I have to just figure out what I do with that other blue. That's not it. Grabbed the wrong blue and I got ready to go. Let's go with this one. Right, why not? I'll be back on later though. I'll be back painting live later. Let's really want that brush. Yeah, let's use this one. It's got a little glycerin on it. This is a blueberry color. And I'm just gonna push, pull, release. It's called blueberry. We'll just kind of put that in there. I'm going to work my way around. I'm going to grab just a touch of white. Just kind of following my blue there. Background I put in there. Grab just a touch of glycerin. That means a little stiff right there. Going a little bit brighter even now. Oh, that's got some yuck in it. I'll wipe that out. Do one of those numbers there. That flower's looking a little generic on me here. So let's maybe give it a little something special over here. We'll do the same thing on the top. We'll kind of give that some little attitude. Give some attitude up there. Go back into our blueberry, touch of white. Oh, what do you think? We'll just put a big one in here? Sure, why not? That works for me. I'm going to go a tiny bit darker. I'm going to grab just a touch of blue to put in that blueberry. Give a little different color. Hopefully we don't have too much of a mess going here on my brush. Let's wipe it off just a little bit. A little bit more white with that color. I'm going to add just a kind of just bring that down on in there like that. One of those deals, you know, just ease it on in. No stress about it. No stressing. We're just enjoying it. A little music, a little painting, a little relaxation. Probably come back in and brighten up this one just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Just bring him a little brighter. And yes, people, this is really actually how I talk. In case anybody's wondering if I'm putting this on, nope, this is how I talk. Takes more effort to talk loud for me than it does to talk soft. It's just how my voice is. What do you think? Should we maybe pop in a couple of little somethings right in here? I think so. Let's kind of grab my little brush there. I'll just kind of fade that down in there. Tap that right in there like that. Just kind of ease it on in. Bring some of that dark back in there in the middle. And I'll just grab just a tiny touch of white. It's just a craft white with the blueberry on it, and I just want a little bit more white than that. A little lighter blue color. And we're going to do the same up here. Just kind of ease them on in there. I learned how to paint these from Grayscale Painting. If you don't know who he is, you really gotta go check him out. But we're just doing some crazy painting today. probably going to upset a few people that I'm doing it this way, because they a little possessive of their time with me. Jeez, I don't know why. I guess they like watching me paint. Maybe it's that relaxing thing. I don't know. Could be it. You know, could be the whole relaxing. So the other one we did in the red. So we're actually gonna, let's take a peek into our pink zone here. Text message. Excuse me for that. It's also my things that tell me what's going on. You know, let's grab a little white and put it in our rose and crimson. Let's just use the colors that we have here. Got some really kind of a salmon color, but that's okay. Maybe a little bit of a rose-ish tint to it. And I'll go up here, kind of push, pull, and release, you know. Oh, bring it on down. Not getting too carried away with the stuff up there. That's what's going on. I don't have enough glycerin. I was wondering why my paint wasn't moving. Okay, remember to keep the paint flowing. That's the big part about this. That was the hard part I had to learn. Just get that paint to flow. Just relax. The less stress you have when you paint these, the better. Stressful flowers don't come out well. Trust me. I've done that. We're just gonna relax and let them happen. They're happen when they happen, you know. There we go. Let's just get that. We'll grab a little bit of brighter color. I think I would like this one right here to be a little brighter. Maybe this one on top here. No, it's a little too bright for me. Rinse that brush off, get a little bit of that paint off there. And we'll grab a little bit of the red. And just swipe it through that pink color we were making. We're going a little darker. We'll go back in and highlight it if we need to. Oh, we will have to, that's for sure. Especially on a black canvas. Oh, we're skipping, which means we are low on flow. Gotta have the flow. May have to just go right up and put in some white here. I'm going to go in even more white with glycerin, just a tiny bit, like going on my brush type of deal. Let's go over the top of that one. That flower turned completely purple with the colors that I put underneath it. That's cool. We're okay with that. We're just gonna kind of throw in some shapes that we just feel like. I just start with the R, you know. I'm not gonna overthink them right now. Well, I don't know. I kind of like that. Mess going on here. I'm okay with mess sometimes, you know. Those of you who know me know that I'm kind of an OCD person, so okay, there's no kind of I am. Chaos and mayhem are not friends of mine. I like to keep it kind of together. Doesn't always seem like I am together, but hey, we can always try. Anyway, now we're going to just kind of ease in a little more white with just a tiny touch of blue. And I want it right here. Just barely. Touching that in there. And we're going to kind of just ease that out. I'm going to take some of that color that I have because I want to just pop these. Sorry, I'm watching at the same time as I'm painting. That's just how I do it, you know. Gotta learn by watching the best. You don't think other people learn how to do things by just guessing at what they're doing? Well, they watch other people that are more knowledgeable at it do it. That's what I do. Clive Powell and Anthony Gray and others. Not even rinse my brush here. We're just going to go right into that. Purple flower with a little bit of white up there. Now I can grab a little dark if I want to. I can go ahead and kind of a little dark back in there. Kind of a mess of colors going here, but that's okay. Just ease those in there. Maybe we'll even grab just a touch of Payne's Gray right in here. That song's a little darker than I thought it was going to play. That's okay. Alright, let's grab just a little bit of that red color, pink. And we'll just put a little bit of that back in right here. Just a tiny bit of white, just to kind of yeah, don't stress about it. Maybe we'll put one right there too. Now, let's see, we've got some blues. Could we do a yellow on there? Yeah, we could. That would definitely go crazy, wouldn't it? It's kind of got a green tint to it, though. But so let's grab some green. I think we'll slap it right in here. Kind of a bright green color. Just kind of slap that in there. Yellow, green, yeah, a couple colors. We got a lime green right next to it. Let's make it really crazy colored. And get a little bit of that paint off there. Grab some of the glycerin, a little yellow. The yellow's kind of very very translucent color, that's for sure. So we're gonna have to throw the green in with it. Oh, let's just go right into that lime tree and see what happens. Why not, right? We're gonna do something like this. Kind of a weird shaped flower. And we'll probably throw one right in here too. Grab some of that yellow again. Got a big old mush of paint right on my brush here. Just kind of ease this one in here. We don't really know what's happening to the flower. It's just going off into its own world. I'm going to grab just a touch of white, throw it in here, my yellow, and then come up with some other strange color here. Oh, I don't know, something right in here. Maybe it comes in this way. Thank you, truck, for disturbing my live stream. Well, it's not really live, so I guess you could disturb it. Do that number. A little bit green in here, a little white. Put that in there because I gotta go with a different color green, so. This dark in here. And I'll kind of repop this one a little. Just a little bit. That's pretty harsh music, you know? Don't remember loading this one. I do painted stuff like this occasionally, but not when I'm doing flowers. I don't really know what it is. Alright, let's see if we can get that one to come back. There's a little bit of a mess on that one. Guess we can go with white and kind of really change it up, but I really like the yellow. I put some white in my yellow here. We'll see if we can save it. It's probably because of my background. I'm sure it is. That's okay. We're not going to stress about it. We are not one bit. Not at all. Oh, what can we do? Oh, go blue? Sure, why not? We haven't used that color green and blue together for a while. I'll give it a go. Oh, I don't know. Blue. Phthalo color, maybe over here. So go right up here. And let's go blueberry. Sure. We'll give that one a go. Yeah, maybe. We'll go darker right there. And mix up that blueberry with the dark blue. Sure. Let's go right across that. Right across that flower with that. And we'll grab some white and mix it in with a little bit of the blueberry so it's not quite straight up white. A little bit more. We could even go darker blue, green if we want. Gotta get that a little greener up here. Rinse off my brush. Get all the crud off of it. Let's grab some white. Grab just a touch of yellow in there, white. Oh, I want mostly white though. Mostly white. Let's go with slime green. Like so. Let's go with totally lime green and yellow. And grab some white here. I'll throw one of these in here. Oh, somewhere right in here. Yeah, I'll do the same thing again. Just to get standing out off that flower. Gonna grab that green. And just because I feel like it, I'm gonna grab a little blue, a little purple. Relax, we're gonna put some white in it. We're just one of those colors to start with. And grab just straight up white. Grab the red. Yeah, that'll do it. I think that. Don't want to get too complicated. I don't see anything else I want to do. I think that's good. So that'll do it for me. I don't think we're going to get too crazy with this one, put too much more stuff in it. I hope you enjoyed this little strange trip into complete non-reality. Painting over an old painting, putting some flowers on it. It's enjoyable. And Anthony did a beautiful mountain with road, beautiful video. You guys should go check it out. And it's really cool. So thank you all, and I will see you all again soon. Be well.